Welcome to our weekly connection. I'm so excited to have you here. Hello, hello. If you are unable to show your face or go unmute yourself, please feel free to use that chat box because we would love to hear from you. So you guys, it is February 2nd and we just ended the amazing, incredible incentive period. And January was like such a phenomenal month. I don't know if anybody else feels that. Edie, I'm going to go ahead and mute you real quick. There's just some background noise I was picking up. So I want to start off with celebrations today because I think we have a lot to celebrate because we might not have hit our goals, but how much did we move our business forward in January? Okay, so who wants to start? How can we celebrate you this week? Me. Okay, great. I'm so excited you guys chose me. I am celebrating World Tour. I know so many of you haven't gone yet, and I don't want to ruin it, but World Tour was so good. And we had our retreat for our group on the front end of it, and I guess on the back end too. But our retreat helped us connect. And it just, I know it filled my cup and my soul. And so I'm celebrating the ability that we had that connection to get together. And if you can't, like I said, if you can't unmute or if you don't want to, drop in the chat box what we're celebrating and I'll read it out loud for you. You guys, I'm a mess. Excuse my cabinets. What else can we celebrate?
I am celebrating 23,900 points on the incentive.
Wow. Okay, I know that's probably
yeah. I'm still celebrating it because, like I had mentioned before, I ended last year's incentive at like 11,000 points. So I'm celebrating double, and I'm celebrating working my ass off. Sorry, my children are loud. Working my ass off, even though I didn't make it to level 2 by 800 PR, like 820 PRV would have gotten me there. I'm not gonna dwell on it because we have a new one and I'm gonna make it. I got all 3 brick by bricks. I'm gonna get all 3 of these, whatever this is called.
Yes.
That many for just mine.
Yes. Okay. First of all, congratulations for earning level 1 and earning so many points. That's incredible. I understand, but let yourself feel those feelings. But I love that you're already like, okay, let's move forward. We've got this. Congratulations. That's really exciting. Courtney, I saw your face. It looked like you wanted to go next.
Sorry, I was texting in the box. I'm celebrating getting my fire back. Most people I know felt the last season was not our best season and missing the incentive by like 500 points. But like Kaylin said, I'm excited for myself because I showed up the last 2 days of the month and I sold an additional $400 in Scentsy in 2 days. So that's going to be an incredible paycheck for February. And I'm not going to dwell about missing the incentive. Instead, I'm going to be excited for the fact that I have set the last 2 days of February working on my power hour sessions and getting things done for an incredible year and an incredible incentive.
Oh, I love that. Okay, just as a side note for those of you who are on here who maybe haven't done our celebrations before, it doesn't have to be these big things like we're celebrating. It just happens to be that we have these big celebrations because of where last month ended. But a celebration for you could be that you reached out and got like 1 new customer or you made connections with people. It doesn't have to be huge, but it's a celebration for you in your business where you're at. So if you want, drop it in the chat box or unmute yourself and share with us your celebration for the week.
I'll go. I got 2 new recruits last month, which it's been a minute since I've done that. Both of them kind of came out of the blue, out of nowhere. They both hit shooting star. They're both super excited. So, that's gotten me excited about recruiting and like getting back on that path. Cause I used to be a huge recruiter, like 30, 40 in a year. And it has been a minute since I have done anything near that. So, I'm really excited. And with, I mean, it's not public knowledge. I have told like our team, but we're moving in the next few months. And so I've kind of just been, I know it sounds dumb, but I've kind of just been like, oh, well, I'll get like back on that wagon when we move. That'll be huge for my business when we move. But, and the people that joined are from the area that I'm moving to, and joined, like I said, out of the blue. I think it's going to be really good, but I don't know why I feel like I need to wait another 5 months for that to be big. You know what I mean?
Right.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I'm excited. Pumped for the new catalog. I am a spring summer girl. I mean, the winter catalog. I like it. I like some of the winter scents, but do spring summer scents all year round. Like when I want a comfort scent, it is a spring summer scent. It's not ever a fall winter scent for me. Like, it's just not like right now. Who else is in Texas? It is in the DFW area. I don't know if you guys can, did you see my picture on Facebook earlier? There are 4 to 5 inches of solid ice surrounding my house. I literally cannot get out of my house. I have not been able to leave my house at all. Can't step off either porch for like 4 days now. I'm losing my mind. And this morning I just decided I'm done with it. My cleaning lady was supposed to come this morning. Couldn't come. It's fine. And I'm over it. I cleaned my kitchen and got everything like figured out, and I put new scents in. They're not winter scents. Like they are, but they're Christmas cactus and whiteout and like vanilla mint and apple parsley. That is my comfort scent, is super fresh, clean, springy, summery scent. So I'm pumped for the new catalog and to get my bars when I can finally get to the warehouse to pick them up, because I don't know when I'm going to be able to drive again, but
and to the animals.
Yeah.
Please, Jesus, let it be soon. Anyway, that's
You know what? We're gonna pray for you and Texas. All right, Edie, your hand is up and you are unmuted. What are we celebrating?
Well, first of all, I'm just going to do a shout out because, you know, some things rarely happen in your team, but Judy went active yesterday before I did.
Yay!
So I am super excited for her to just be off to a good start. Like you and Courtney, re-celebrating the fire that got lit last weekend. The retreat was awesome. The information at World Tour was priceless. Life is good when you look at things. Did some pushing, some things out of my box towards the end of the month, got a few nibbles, but yeah, it's the attempt and it's the learning from it. So you just adding to that arsenal of little things in my toolbox to boost PVR.
Awesome. Yay, Edie. Thanks for sharing. All right. Who else wants to share a celebration? Katie.
Okay, I'm still figuring out all technology. Yay, I'm excited. We did it. It took a long time to get back, but we are back to a director team. And even like 2 days later, I'm still like, I don't think it's fully processed yet because I've just been waiting and so excited for this. But I think what's the most exciting about processing it this time is it's completely different. And this is a team victory. Like, we are a director team. And that's what we've been saying in our page, is this is not a one person victory. Like, my team is just as excited. It makes me like feel things. They are just as excited as I am. And that means everything to me. And I think that that's something sometimes that gets lost, right, in shooting for that next level or for title changes, is sometimes we put this pressure on ourselves that it's just about us, or sometimes we lead with the wrong mindset, right, that it's just about us. Both of those being, you know, maybe not the best way to do it, simply because it comes with the pressure, burnout, and the wrong vision, the wrong way to want to continue on in this business, because it's not just about us, it's about something so much greater. And I'm grateful to have experienced it this way, because it has changed my mindset for many, many, many things. And number one, just being that you can't, there is no I in team, the most cliche thing you can say, right? But it, until you live through it, I think you don't fully understand that. And so people who are wanting to advance right now, or others that are advancing, just remember that the more you can include your team, the more you make it about a team victory, because it is, you can't get there without it, right? I mean, it is not about you. The more you can embrace that, the victory is so much sweeter. And that's all I can really say about that, is make it a team victory, not a you thing. And it's super, super, super wonderful. And I'm sweating profusely. And bless my family, because this has been me for 48 hours, was really wound up about this and definitely have not come down yet. So brace with me. I probably need to be muted the rest of the time.
Well, congratulations again. We are so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
You're freaking wonderful. And your team, like, there's just, that's fine.
And to do it in January,
in a January, right?
You know, like it feels a little more sticky when you do it in a not fall month. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's, someone unmute me or mute me. I think for me, that was like the greatest part of it is, I came into this trying to run down the incentive and not thinking, really, truly, for the first time in a long time, this wasn't on my radar. And I think that is another thing that we can talk about in a whole new series, right? Is the evolution of authenticity of what happens when you just do the things. And we talk about going back to the basics, and that doesn't always mean the catalog, which it does largely, but going back to the basics. What did 99.9% of us come in here for? It's the connection. And so if we are not connecting, if we are not leading from the front in that way, not in sales and PRV and other things, which is important, don't get me wrong, but the biggest thing is that connection, because once that kind of started getting more solidified, their ownership in the victory was cemented, and they wanted to see it through as much as I did. And as soon as I put it out there that, hey, our dials moved to a place where we can actually do this, you guys, it was like, oh, we're gonna do it. And if for nothing else, it's just because we're small and mighty, and everybody wanted a piece of that. And it was just that, that was not going to happen for me 6 months ago. And I'll just be very authentic and real in that. I was not connecting the way I should. I was not leading the way I should. I was not championing and cheerleading the way I to do. And when you simply just turn some things around and you do those things, it becomes sticky, right? Like, it's gonna stick because you're not the only one who wants it. You're not the only one that wants to see change. And not only that, I now am getting messages from my team. They're like, hey, I want to do this. And hey, I want fill in the blank, whatever title is coming up for them. They were not talking like this. In fact, they just weren't talking. So there's a lot to be said about when you talk about going back to the basics, no matter where you're at in this business. If you are still coming in and just wanting to get certified, if you're coming in and you want to bring women with you, if you're coming in and you see a vision for retiring your husband, whatever it is, there is something to be said about not losing the connection that brought you into this. And championing in every way you can, especially the non-Scentsy, as well as the Scentsy victories. You got to get involved in their life. You got to know what they're doing, and it has to be authentic. And I do not mean to get on a soapbox today. I just feel very passionately about that, because this would not have happened. And I can promise you that without just some minor shifts of simple connection. Like, and that's what's blowing my mind the most. I shared with Ariel and some of that I have this mirror in my bathroom, and it looked like a beautiful mind. Like, there's numbers everywhere. It was like, and for 6 months I was like wikiing on this mirror, like numbers, numbers, numbers. And about halfway through, it was like, this is not working. It cannot be all about numbers. It cannot be all about movement of PRV and shifts in that way. When you throw out all that and you just simply start connecting with human beings, that's where the magic is. Okay, I'm muting myself.
You're gonna mute yourself. Thanks for sharing that. Keisha in the comments said she's celebrating a great start to the new year with 2 potential team members. That's exciting. And she's focused on building a team. She also said, Courtney was bragging on her that she was the #1 in PRV for their team last month. So way to go. Welcome, Michelle, newbie here. Love it. All right, does anybody else want to unmute and celebrate something that's happened in the last week or so, how they ended the incentive? They met new friends, and we are also now besties because we share intimate details. Selena, what do you want to brag about?
I mean, my biggest thing is just that I went out of my comfort zone, way out of my comfort zone, and went on a trip with people I had never met before, left my husband and my kids for the very first time ever. So I'm pretty proud of that.
That's a huge deal. We're so excited that you came. I guess I shouldn't speak for everybody, but I feel like it's mutual. I think everybody is very excited that you did go out of your comfort zone and joined us, and we're all connected.
Thank you. I'm already trying to figure out a way to spin the reunion in a way that's beneficial for my husband. So we'll see.
Yeah, you should definitely be there. You will be there, and I cannot wait. Oh yeah, you've got some high praise in the comments there. Don't forget to read Fallon's comments. Anybody else want to celebrate something? I think we haven't heard from Cynthia or Michelle. I mean, you're new, Michelle. This is a big deal that you're here. So that's exciting. Is that what we're celebrating? Yes, yay, cool. I love it. All right, Cynthia, is there anything we can help celebrate last week?
So my PRV was a little bit higher than expected, that I was planning on it, and I was able to book my daughter her New York trip for March with what I got from Scentsy.
Congratulations. That's very exciting. Jen, do you wanna bring that sweet baby on and it's brag on yourself?
I can bring a sweet baby on. I don't know about bragging on myself, but
Hi.
can you say hi? Say hi. I don't know if you saw her, she was waving. I don't know if I have any brags though.
I think you do. You just sent us a message.
Oh. So I don't know, some of you might not have been to World Tour yet, but one of the things that they had us do was select from a list of words. I don't know, they spilled out a bunch of words that represent some of your personal values and what you want to bring to your life and to your business. And one of the things that really stuck out to me on that list was humility. And that's a value for me. That's a value in my personal life, in my professional life, just whatever. So I decided that I was going to reach out to my little tiny hobbyist team and just recognize with them that I have not been the most effective leader. I haven't been as engaged with them as I probably should be. As somebody who, you know, at some point in time, they trusted me to guide them and lead them through this Scentsy thing, and I haven't been that for them. So I just reached out and said, hey, you know, I know that I haven't been there in a way that maybe I should have been. You know, last time we talked, your goals or what you wanted from Scentsy was XYZ. Has that changed? Is there something more that I can do for you? Is there something that you need from me? So just kind of opening that line of communication with my team and saying, hey, I recognize that I haven't done my best, and here's me extending an olive branch and maybe trying to be there in whatever capacity that you need me to be. So we'll see.
I think that's huge. And I think Emma's really here for it too.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
All right, I think everybody, we've celebrated something, so that's wonderful. Who is stoked about like February? Because I heard from a lot of you, right? We have this new fire, this light that is shining brighter than it has in a long time. And what are we going to do with it? Do you guys have a goal in place for February yet? I just love Emma so much.
I plan on hosting my first ever in-person Let's Talk About Scentsy party. So I'm hoping that I can get somebody to sign on. I'd love to get that incentive. That's my overall goal, is to get this new incentive. But my daughter very excited. She's like, I want to do a lemonade stand, but with Scentsy. So we're gonna go on today and do like the live thing, and then I'm gonna let her kind of host the Scentsy party and sell it for me.
I love it. Oh, that's
Yeah.
so fun. And people like our kids better than us.
Yes, exactly.
Hard truths.
And she's way more outgoing than I am, so hopefully maybe it'll work in my favor.
I love this. That's so great. All right, Fallon wrote in the comments, she wants to rely directly on her PRV to hit 1,500 for a trip to Paris in April. That does not sound awful. That sounds wonderful. Okay, so that you mean 1,500 in commissions purely based off of your PRV? Yes. That's phenomenal. So how much PRV is that? I don't, because we know 2,000 is 600. So 4,000 would be 1,200. So then your bonus off of your personal wholesale volume, that would probably get you there. 4,000, right? We're gonna do rough math because
Yeah, I would think if you can do 2,000 this in February and March. Well, when is your trip in April? I guess it depends on if it's before or after.
true that.
Yeah, 4K this month. Yeah.
Oh,
and if you've
Yes,
got like
girl. I love that.
stock that you want to move, do mystery boxes, that's straight cash.
Yes.
No, that's awesome. Why Paris? I'm typing in the thing, but I want to know why Paris.
Good question.
What's in Paris?
Now we're waiting for Fallon to type really quickly. She probably has kids in the background, so probably doesn't want to unmute. Or maybe she's pooping. I don't know. Oh, fun. So like a women's style retreat, or I need to know more. Edie's working on getting more club subscriptions. Courtney's planning on paying for her entire SFR trip with Scentsy commissions from this month. I love that. And lots of people going to SFR. Oh, other job retreat. Ah, fun! In Paris. How cool is that? Can you imagine the type of oh, mwah. Okay, I love this. So, oh, it makes you sweat. Like good, like you're anxious, like you're pitting out, or what? What kind of sweat? Like Katie's sweating over there? She's got a lot going on. That's exciting. I was just gonna say something. Oh, yes, Courtney brought up a really good point about SFR and starting to save money. So I know some of you haven't yet been to World Tour, and maybe those who did go last weekend, without like giving anything away, we can talk about how in-person events, why we go to them, maybe because World Tour was so good this year, you guys. And it if you have a chance, if you didn't register and you want to do a walk-in somewhere, if there's space available, I would encourage you to do that, because I don't want to say anything, but I want to say things. Yikes. So anyway, back to SFR. That's coming up in July. So how many paychecks did we decide we have between now and SFR, you guys? 6? Well, we just closed out January. So do we have 6?
Well, what are the dates for SFR? Do we know that yet?
I think it's like the 26th through the 29th. It's a Wednesday through a Saturday.
Of June or July?
July. It's
Okay.
July.
I saw somebody say something on one of the pages yesterday asking about what the dates are for it. And I was like, I thought that was already a thing.
Yeah,
That's what I thought. And they were like, oh, it's not going to be announced after World Tour. And I was like, guys, I think it's already out there. Anyway. Okay.
I think maybe they were confused about leadership time frame, because the leadership stuff does get tacked on beforehand.
Yes.
I think the plan for the leadership, if you're a director and above, I think the plan for if they go based off of last year, it was Wednesday night and Thursday morning.
Yes.
So if you're a director, plan for that Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and then we ended Saturday night. So if you want to fly out on Saturday night, catch a red eye home, or if you want to fly out Sunday, that's going to be up to you. But what they do for the registration is they have a payment plan available. And I think usually it's around what, like $350 for registration. And that gets you into all of the events. There's other things that you can usually add on. Like there's usually a fitness event of some sort. It used to be a 5K for all the longest time. And then we've had the fitness marshal a couple times. So there's usually an added on fitness event that you can do. So it's usually around $350 that you can split up even payments throughout whenever they open it till the month before. And then I think what we've roughly budgeted is about $1,000, depending on if you're flying or driving, that's going to change things. But between travel, lodging, and food, you'll need roughly $1,000. So if you kind of package it as a whole, maybe plan for $1,500. It's a tax write-off. There's ways that you can eat cheaper, travel cheaper, stay cheaper. So just to get your mind thinking right now, okay, how much do I need to set back from each paycheck, each Scentsy commissions check, or maybe think of it, how much do I need to sell that's going to be dedicated commissions going toward saving money for SFR? Do we want to do that math real quick? That sounds, I don't know, group math? Is that better than Ariel struggling math? I heard a yes for group math. So guys, unmute yourselves. Let's figure this out. So we have February commissions in March, because maybe January's commissions that are running this month, they might already be spoken for in your family, right? So February, so March, April, May, June, July. We've got 5 months worth of commissions. So if we do 1,500 divided by 5, you know, I could have done that one in my head and I would have felt really confident. 300, I know, I can't see your screen. $300 in commissions every month. So what do you need to sell to get $300 in commissions dedicated to that? How much PRV do you need to sell?
1,000.
1,000 PRV for 300 commissions. Awesome.
Wait.
You said it with confidence and I'm going to believe you.
Yeah, no, hold on. I think that was brain math.
It depends. It'll be 1,200 if you're getting paid at 25%. But if you need an extra 300 on top of what you already planned for, then it would be
2,000.
Maybe more than that. It just kind of depends on what your PRV goal is. But if you need like an extra 300 on top of what your normal paycheck is, so like for me, for a long time, my goal was 2,000 because I wanted that $600. So then to get an extra 300 on top of that, I would need to bump my PRV goal up to 3,000 versus 2,000. So it just kind of depends on if you're going to do your entire paycheck to SFR savings, you need to pad it by an extra $300. That makes sense.
That's a really good point. So this isn't to say anything like, this isn't to maybe scare you away or to make it feel daunting, because it's totally achievable. It's just being intentional about how you work your business to be able to have that money saved back. So if you just need, so if you already plan to make $300 commissions for your family, whatever, knowing that you'll need 300 extra, you need to sell 2,000 PRV, which is how many parties? That would be 10 minimum amount parties. That sounds like a lot. So what if you focus on doing fewer parties, but you get the hosts to a higher host base. Use that encouragement and leverage of, well, you're super close to the 350. Well, you're super close to the 500, right? Leverage the host tiers to get them the best bang for their buck so that they get to next levels. Does that make sense? Cool. How else do you guys plan to work your business this month? Since it's transition month, right? It's a big month. There's a lot happening.
I do a last chance first glance open house usually, but I need to look at dates and see if it makes more sense to do it like at the end of February or if I need to just push it to first week of March. But I usually do that for my customers so they can come smell the new stuff, get samples, check out the new things, that kind of thing. But again, it just kind of depends on dates. We've got baseball starting and it's crazy around here. But yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do in February, though. There's the 10% off or the 20% off of discount, discontinued stuff. There's the new Go Mango Scentspirations that are coming out. A lot of people are doing cleaning buckets, all kinds of stuff you can do in February to kind of transition into the new catalog. But I was talking to one of my new recruits last night, and she was asking about just placing an order. So walking her through putting a party up, and if she has, little random orders or individual orders or whatever, to put them in there. And then I save mine so that I can use the free product come March 1st, so that I can get all my new stuff for free. So like my flash sale order from my flash sale party from last month was insane. I've never had a party with that much free product. I have like $570 in free product on that party. It's
Amazing.
Ridiculous. Like what do I need all that for? You know what I mean? Especially not right now. So I'm saving that for March 1st, and then I'm going to get whatever I want.
Yes, you are. You deserve it.
Like whatever I want. And I've like the Scentsy Clean washer whiffs are making me panic a little bit. So I closed out a couple of parties that I had just sitting there last month, and I like all 8 of my half price items on 2 different parties. I did the Scentsy. I can't deal. Like I literally just can't. So, yeah, but I think just like and I try to teach my consultants on my team to be smart with the business tools that Scentsy already gives us, like the free and half price products. You don't need to spend your money on the new stuff. Plan out your February really well. Make sure that all of your orders go into a party, and then get all the stuff that you want in the new catalog for your half price. And then tell all of your customers that you did that, so then they can see what the consultant perks are. I think it's really hard for people to wrap their mind around what the perks of being a consultant actually are if they can't see it, because the first question, or one of the first questions I always get is, well, what's your discount as a consultant? Well, we don't necessarily have like a discount that we get. We get free and half price stuff, and we get paid on it. So like I got paid on the 4,000 PRV that I got from that flash sale day, and I'm getting $500 in free product, which is dumb. You guys, like that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like that's our discount. So you can use those things that Scentsy gives us to recruit people, to show them what they're going to get if they join, to get your stuff free and half price. So you're not spending your family money on Scentsy stuff.
Yep.
So I think it's really easy for especially new consultants to look at all this new stuff and these kits and testers and all these things and think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to spend all this money. No, you don't. You can reposition things. If you have someone that places a $50 order and you've got $50 in free stuff, get your products or your, testers, whatever you need, that's going to cost you $50. Put their stuff in as your free products. Like we have so much room to be smart at run our businesses. So I think it's important to look at it from that lens now at the beginning of February, and then not be digging ourselves a hole come March 1st when there's all this new stuff that we want. Well, you don't have to pay for it. If you're smart about the way you work your February, your March products will pay for themselves. And then you can have all these things to show. Also, you don't have to get a dang thing if you don't want it.
Yes.
If you don't want it. I didn't get the warmer kit this season. I don't want any of those warmers. So like, I'm not getting them because I don't want to have any of those warmers. There's no reason for me to buy that kit if I actually want those warmers. I've stopped buying stuff just to feel like I need to have it. I only buy the things that I want now, because everybody's sorry, my dogs are wrestling. Everybody's going to post pictures of those other products. Why do I need to take my own pictures? Who cares? Nobody cares if it's my fingernails or not, like who cares if it's my hands in the pictures, or if it's my bathroom, or if it's my kitchen. Like, this is the warmer. This is what it looks like, regardless of where it's at, So I think I've kind of freed myself from that too. Yeah, that's my plan for February.
I love that. You brought up a really good point about being able to finagle our half priced, our host rewards, so that we can get our business supplies, but not have to pay for them. right? Because we can't use the rewards on the business supplies necessarily. Hi, Scott. But we can do the finagle on our end. Just, I'd never thought of doing it. Almost 10 years in, never, because I do that with the licensed item. Shut up. I do that with the licensed item. I saw your face. I saw your face. Like if somebody wants if I have a host who wants a licensed item and they're getting other things, like you play with the rewards. Why would you not do that for your business supplies, Ariel? Genius. Too late. I already bought them yesterday, but next season.
I mean, yeah, like as people who make their full-time income through Scentsy, it is easy to just buy whatever we need. And we write it off.
Yep.
And it's not a big deal. When I joined, I used to put light bulbs in as my half price items. I did not have extra money for stuff at all. I couldn't afford to buy a $10 package of catalogs. I just couldn't. So I would rearrange things so that I didn't have to pay for my catalogs, because that like our parties are set up to where we can get the free and half price stuff. Doesn't matter what it is or whose stuff is in there. Like when we offer the $10 special, we're using our free and half price stuff to get the bars down that much. So it doesn't matter, as long as our customers are getting their products, it doesn't matter what we put in on our end or how we allot that money. We don't need to pay for our stuff when we can do it that way. You know what I mean? So I've always tried to position, especially for consultants that are just starting off and maybe don't have that extra money. If you're joining this business to make money, why are you spending your money that way? You know what I mean? So sorry, he's making his lunch. So I think that's a good thing to know for people that are new and maybe don't have the extra funds. And I realized that just the way that my business looks right now, I didn't use my testers the last 2 seasons. They sat in a jar on my desk. I didn't buy testers yesterday. Don't need them. I normally send out catalogs. Like I'm looking at my spreadsheet right now. I usually send out catalogs. So transition month, whoever ordered the last catalog season, the last 6 months, normally would get a catalog from me in the mail. Well, catalog prices just went up. Postage just went up. I decided I'm not doing that this season because probably more than half those people throw away their catalog. I might spend my time and my money purchasing a catalog, spending the post, like it ends up being like $3 to buy the catalog and mail it out and all that. So I'm just not doing it this time. I'm going to do the rat card that has the scratch and sniff stickers, which is really all they care about. The backside will have the coupons. That's how I get my orders anyway. And then in there will be a QR code that'll attach to a Google form where they can request a catalog if they want one. Someone who wants an actual catalog will ask me for one. People that don't care and don't need one won't, and they'll order anyway. So I've decided to free myself from that too. And that's kind of the beauty of being business owners, is we can decide to change the way that we do things based on what works for us. I don't need to spend that money. Like if I need write-offs, I'll get them a different way. That's suits me. You know what I mean? Like I'll buy a new computer or something like that. I don't need to spend, I need to spend $300 twice a year on postage and catalogs if it's not going to be productive. So I've decided to change that. I know I shared on Ohana all those forms and like the scratch and sniffs and the rat card and all of that. It's editable in Canva. And it's on the What Do You Share page so if you need it, Ariel, or if you make your own or whatever to share, but I'm just not doing it this season. And I think that's fine. Yeah. We're going to see how it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't spend your money on your business supplies if you don't have it.
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
I think with how much experience collectively we have here, you're gonna be able to find things, nuggets that we say, you're gonna be able to implement them in your business, and some you're gonna leave to the wayside. If nothing else, I would recommend listening to the stuff about the spending money, because I cannot tell you how many times I have thrown away boxes of just stuff because I didn't use it, but I thought I would need it, and I thought I had to have it in my hands, and I literally just threw away money in a box, and that like that's it's a gut punch feeling, right? Knowing how much you spent on that stuff to just have it end up in the landfill or the recycling, whatever. Like it's not a good feeling. So assess what you think you will need for your business. have a plan for how you're going to use it, and then implement that plan. Take that action with the plan that you have in place. Don't just get it thinking, for sure, I'm going to use this over the next 6 months. Because that's like a wish and hope. Yeah, I mean, from my track record, you will likely not.
I won't.
And we don't want you guys wasting money. We'd rather you save it to come to SFR and get to hang out with us in person, right? And get to invest in your business in that way versus investing in the garbage. Because that's what you're doing, investing in the landfill. Ugh. I know so many of you on here have gone through that too, where you've purged testers, you've just thrown things away. Fallon, how many boxes did you end up throwing away a couple weeks ago?
So I actually didn't end up throwing them away. I utilized them in a different way. I made sure to post in my neighborhood group, and I labeled the shit out of a whole bunch of bags, and I put them on the porch, and I said, hey y'all, got a whole bunch of samples, come fill a bag. And honestly, I've had 3 people that reached out to me after that and were like, oh my God. So a lot of them, it's like, you have to temper their expectations. You're like, these are old. And so on the little sticker, I said, like, contact me to find similar scents. So they're like, hey, I love, like, I don't know, or cactus. What is that one? Christmas cactus. We had that one. And I was like, oh, that's actually a fresh scent. In spring, we have this one. So it's like a cool way to like get rid of shit that wasn't working for me. And also try and push out my name anyways in the neighborhood. It worked out great. But yeah, it was like, you know, those cute, and I'm going to have one around me, the cute, like 12 by 12, like wicker baskets. I had 3 of those and they needed to go. So
I love that you did that. That's a really great way to repurpose it. You know, we've talked previously about our wax emergency packets that some of us send out to our customers. Somebody shared today that they leave these in a public location. I can't remember where she said she leaves them. But essentially it's the same thing, but it says, I'm old but free, want Scentsy, contact me. And I love a good rhyme. Martha Murray, she's an SSD. She has these packets, and there's a QR code, there's all of her information. And then literally it's like 4 testers in a bag, but she's got her contact info on there and she's getting them out. And I shared that in the Nomad group this morning, I think. 80% positive I did. Courtney's nodding her head. Great. So what a great opportunity to be able to, maybe if you have a local business that you support and they're willing to let you set those up, just say, hey, I've got some stuff. I'd love to treat your customers. I don't need these in my house anymore. Like, can I have a little setup? Boom. Love that. Honestly, you can leave them anywhere as long as the business is okay with it, because they're samples. You don't have, it's not stock. You're not setting stuff out for sale. But just obviously make sure it's okay with the business. Don't just go in and set it down. I would not recommend that at all. That's like sliding into somebody's DMs, you know?
Oh, I was going to go to Walmart and leave them on the wax melt shelf.
What an idea. And you would probably get really nasty messages from people. So anyway, I wouldn't do that. That's a good question. Yeah, it's just, if you have a business relationship or a local relationship with businesses, I would encourage you to go there first. Cool.
I
Edie
have
has
a
a
quick
question.
question for rat cards.
Oh, Cynthia, go ahead.
So the rat cards, are you doing them and then printing them from home, or are you having those outsourced through a printing place?
I do both. I prefer the stickers to be on cardstock, and it doesn't use very much ink because it's usually just like black outline of the bar shape and then the scent name. So I usually use cardstock and print those at home. And then on the back side, I have like my little coupon thing. But if it's a nicer rat card that has a lot of ink on it, and I've made it through Canva, or I've found the template on Canva, let's be serious. Then I will usually have it printed at FedEx. But life hack, rat cards are about 3 times more expensive than printing it on a trifold brochure. And you can do a third of them, if that makes sense. So 150 rat cards is like I don't know, 60,
sheets.
$70. And then if you do a trifold and print 50 of them, it's like $20, $25, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah, that's when I do my monthly mail. I have rack cards that I had printed from either Vista or FedEx or something. And then every month I do the current specials and whatever's going on double-sided, 3 to a page. So it's a, you know, the trifold. And so I never thought about doing that also with the rack cards. So I'm loving that idea. Thank you so much. You're inspiring so much today, Maggie. Oh, Edie, what's up? You got your hand up.
I got my hand up. I was just going to add to Fallon's, one thing that I did to purge testers was whenever I go to anything, I just throw them in a bag and kind of just tell people, hey, yeah, I'm a consultant and I just need these out of my house. Do you want some free wax? And it's interesting how people, and of course, you know, I always hand them a business card, but if you're just sitting in a group like a baseball game or to me, I've gone and watched my great niece's dance rehearsals and people get bored and it's I just, you know, you have conversation and it's like, what do? I sell Scentsy. Oh, by the way, here's some free testers. I just need them out of my house. So, you know, it's just kind of like carrying your catalog with you. You just, it's nice to have a conversation. I mean, they're like, I'll buy them off of you. And I'm like, oh, no. I just need them out off the shelf. So just wanted to add that, you know, if you have catalogs or your pretty catalogs for the 10% through 20% off and having those conversation packets on you, add some of those testers with that cute little graphic you gave us all this week today.
Awesome. I love that idea. Oh yeah, Maggie. So she wrote in the comments, what kind of places are, like, as you're thinking about where can you leave these packets, if that's what you want to do, doctors, dentists, dry cleaners, vets, nail salons, coffee shops. Maggie likes to leave things on the coffee table in the office where the magazines and stuff are, because that's automatically where people go to. Like, I'm bored, let me pick this up, see what this is. So that's a great option if there's coffee table availability near you. So who's excited about that, the possibility of earning that awesome duffel bag? Oh my gosh. Okay, when they said, so they announced it last week at World Tour, and I was like, oh great, like a gym bag. That's in my head. I was like, oh, that's gonna be so great. You know, just fine, whatever. It'll be not industrial, but like sturdy. And then they showed us the picture on the news tab, and I was like, okay,
That's not a duffel bag.
that is like a weekender tote thing. Absolutely, I will.
It looks like the bags that we got in Africa when we went. They gave us safari bags, and I like, it looks super heavy duty, like it's probably from the same company that they had the ones from Africa made, and it is fantastic. We use them all the time. I mean, they are quality.
That's
So,
amazing. Okay,
I'm excited because I was kind of like, meh, a duffel bag, all right.
neat.
But then I saw it and I was like, oh no, dang, those are like the good bags, like what they gave us on, like I'm pumped for that now.
That is super cool. Oh, something else I'm excited for with this incentive is the top 50. There's two top 50s, right? There's top 50 PRV and then top 50 for the
for recruiting, whoever has the most certified consultants from now
until oh my gosh, you guys have the opportunity to earn a place at the leadership. Doesn't matter what title you are. You have the opportunity to earn a spot at the leadership event that happens in January. And the last time they did this was in 2000 and I think 18 going into 19. So 19 was the trip, 18 was when we earned it. And it was open. But that was like the summer incentive. It wasn't just earning a top spot. So this is really cool because this gives you an opportunity to connect with top leaders. Like maybe you are really interested in building your business big. This is a great opportunity to earn your spot there, where if you're not a director and above, you might not have the opportunity to buy in. So it's a really freaking awesome opportunity. So if you are wanting to push for that, let's make a plan. So Maggie, knowing that you have been like, you have this amazing recruiting background, right? What is your, I guess, process? I know I don't want to simplify it, but it's simple, right? What do you do?
So I've done a couple different things. I do a lot of like gifting kits. If I have somebody that I think actually wants to do the thing, and it would bless them, because I have parties all the time that I close. Like I don't need all you know what I mean? Like I'd rather bless somebody else with a business because it was a huge blessing for me. So I like to do that. But I also find that I attract people based on the way that I portray my life, because we're real busy over here, you know? So, which is like the number one excuse for why people don't want to join. Excuse me. So if I can show the way that it fits into my life and then it's not monopolizing my life, I'm not spending doing tons of the things, you know what I mean? I did a long time ago, but I also think that had I known then what I know now, I would not have needed to spin my wheels as much as I did, you know? But live and learn, one of those things, you just kind of have to figure it out as you go. But I can show people that I can fit it into my life, that it doesn't matter that I have all these kids, that I'm a foster parent, that my husband travels, that, you know, any of the things, then people kind of come to me. So if I live that lifestyle of recruiting, then I don't feel like I'm actually recruiting. I mean, people can be part of what I have going on. I think now being a top leader, to show people that you can still do the things even when you get to the top, like you don't have to start over. I think people think that. I think that people actually think that once you get to the top of whatever it is that you're doing, arrived now, like I can't do any of the things that I've done or accomplish the same things that I've accomplished, like the trips or awards, that kind of thing, bonuses, that, well, all that's done. No, you don't have to start over. Grass is not greener. Like there's still plenty of grass to plant and water, you know what I mean? So, I think has been good to show people like I'm still doing the things, like I'm still here. Like I'm still a top leader. I still am I'm still one of the top salespeople. I still work. It's not a gravy train. You know, I still have to work. I still have to show up every day, regardless of what that looks like. But I think showing people the simplicity of it, that like even people that are busy like me can still do it, then it makes it not so daunting, you know? Yeah. But that's kind of how I've always done it, just kind of live that lifestyle of recruiting and then offering it to people when they show some interest, in the form of a free kit, or doing it, they can earn it through a party. So.
Love that. That was helpful. That was very helpful. Katie, I know you are also a consistent recruiter. You know, you are consistently having conversations. What does that look like for you in your life?
To echo a lot of what Maggie said, I gift the kit as frequently as I can too. I see the value in that more so than the rewards, if you will, of just more free and half priced. And not only that, but I think it's really important that even if maybe they are alluding that they want to be a hobbyist, or, hey, I don't know if I'd really use that the way you're wanting me to, I make sure in my verbiage with them, I'm letting them know this really does come with zero expectations. This is an opportunity to see what you want to do with it. I think a lot of people, when you're gifting something, they think it's coming with expectations. So I do think it's important to let them know that this is, I use the word gift, I mean, because it is, right? It is coming out of what we could use otherwise. So I do want them to know in that way that, hey, I see something in you. I want to gift you this opportunity that has changed my life. And not over talking and don't give them everything up front. That, I mean, they're going to run and they're not coming back. Yes. And so I think just making it a very simple conversation. A lot of times to take the sales out of it, just have a conversation with another human about this has been something that has added value to my life. Do you think this is something that can add value to yours in terms of connection or additional income or the possibility for travel? I mean, it's pretty endless. So I do try and lead with the free kit. I don't often really truly bring it up without it. That kind of has been my hot button there, is offering that kit, because it then kind of puts a fire under me to make sure that I'm keeping my PRV going too, and trying to not close a party before I have found a new team member to bless that gift with. I also think that it's important, I think we just touched on like not what I'm doing now, not over talking the opportunity. If you're going to have to sell them on the opportunity, you're going to have to continue to sell them on the opportunity, if you will. So there has to be some genuine interest there. But I also think that a lot of people are watching you. A lot of people are watching all of you. If you're on social media in any degree, people are watching what you're doing, good, bad, or indifferent. And so you also have to be confident enough to, I'm going to echo what Maggie said, is to attract the people instead of chasing them. There is such power in that shift when you can stand in the mirror and say, today, this is what I want to attract into my life, versus I want to find any two people because I want the duffel bag. Like we want people who are on fire for this. We want people you can bless. You want people who see value in this. And if nothing else, they can bring this fresh energy of connection and excitement about the products. Because let's be honest, sometimes that can become a little dormant. And so just make sure, I would say, project yourself forward a little bit too, and do see yourself traveling with them, sitting at retreats with them, sitting at an SFR with them, because when they catch the bug, and they will, you're going to be doing life with them too. So make sure you have authentic conversations, and it's not just because they're going to see it. You know, they're coming along for the ride. So give them authentic and give them a gift. That's what this is. This company is a gift.
You know, I really appreciate that perspective too, because I think for the longest time when we had that scarcity mindset, when we were in the big of 2020, it was like, you want to join, let's do this. You want to join, let's do this. And it was almost just like throwing spaghetti against a wall, you know, and seeing what stuck. And a lot of spaghetti fell off. And that's okay. However, that helps us figure out how to reshift, reframe, and really be intentional with that. I love the gift opportunity that we've got though. But if you have to sell them, yeah, what?
I said I can also attest to this, because every person that I've ever recruited has always been a runner. And I was trying to explain to one of the home office people, like they were like, what's your method? I'm like, you really have to just connect with the person and understand their motivations and their dreams, because so many people have been taught not to do any of the following. You know, they're like, oh, nope, I can't. Most people are in survival mode, so they're not thinking of the future. So if you're able to just even give them slight like mind shifts of tips, you will find actually, okay, go ahead. He wants to eat raisins. You'll find the people who want to be a part of this business, because once you're able to activate and let them know, like, this is everything I've accomplished with it, they don't need any convincing. They know that they can do that. They know they have, yes, sir, I can in just a moment. Goodness gracious, children and trying to work is a joke. And homeschool and all of the things. But, you know, that's exactly what it is. It's, you have to make sure you're having those authentic conversations and understanding that people have not been fostered to understand this business at first. They've not been told that they can succeed. They've not been even primed to think that this is a possibility. So if you're able to shift the conversation to that instead of just about like recruiting them and like the business, you can really get their minds shifted to like succeeding and never have to do it again.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. I thought of one more thing too, to totally echo on those sentiments too, is you're gonna be told no. Like, you need to tell yourself that right now, that you're going to be told no. I've been told no more times than I believe than I was told yes, but it didn't stop me. And the other thing is, don't take it personal. They're not saying no to you.
Yes.
They're saying no, not right now.
Yes.
And it truly, if you plant that seed, we were just talking about this morning, if you're not planting the seed, you're going to have nothing to water later. Plant as many as you can. Ask everybody. There is room for everybody to come along on this journey, whether they want to purchase their own kit or whether you have something to gift. But if you're not planting those seeds, you've got nothing to water later. And when you're ready to water, it can be the same seeds that were like, yeah, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and hightail it out of the soil. It's not for me. But then they're going to watch you, right? You've now planted a seed, whether you realize it or not. You've invited them on a journey, and now they're going to watch yours. And if something sparks their interest, whether it be the retreats, right, or SFRs, world tours, these Zoom connections once a week, connection to other women, something's going to spark them, and they will, when you're ready to water again, probably have a different answer for you. So be ready for no, but also continue to plant those seeds so that you can water later. Like, just keep watering.
Yeah, I think it's so important to be able to detach yourself from the outcome, because that has nothing to do with you. The outcome, the answer, it has nothing to, well, it might in some cases, but in 99% of the cases, detaching yourself from the outcome is going to help your heart, because again, it's not personal. How many times was I told no, then to be told later, yes? 2 of you should raise your hand. It's okay. Like what Katie was saying, they might come around. They might see, oh my gosh, that grass is so green. Let's do this. Or they might say, really, I don't like grass. And that's okay. Detaching yourself from the outcome is going to protect your heart, but also help keep moving you forward and continuing to have your heart open to making the opportunity, offering the opportunity to other people. I mean, so I love, love, love that. Detach yourself from the outcome, but be invested when they say yes. Oh, I love this. Oh my gosh, that makes me so excited. So anyway, as we're working toward this incentive though, a great reminder is arrows out. We have talked about this so much lately. Yes, we want to earn the duffel bag, and that's an incredible incentive. But keep in mind, what's greater than earning the duffel bag? Helping somebody start their journey and figuring out how Scentsy can benefit and fit in and make their life better, right? Because that's the long-term effect. That's the long game that we're playing. Yes, the duffel bag is a sweet prize for helping them start their business. So anyway, that is the top of the, oh my gosh, we're 2 minutes over. I'm so sorry. Oh, Edie, do you have a quick question?
No, it's not a quick question. Just going to tell into Fallon's. One of the things that I'm discovering is it's mind blowing that I'm not seeing a lot of people with self-confidence when I talk to them about joining. So, and to piggyback on Katie, it's having those conversations. Yeah, they may say no, but your part of your journey is also to lift that woman up or man and show them that they should believe in themselves. They're worthy of this. That's all.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Edie. I appreciate it. Cool. Well, you guys, what?
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, I think the most powerful thing you can say to somebody is that you believe in them.
Yeah.
Because like all we really want is to feel seen, right? So like telling people that you see them and you believe in them has the power to change somebody's life.
Oh, gives me the chills. What a good way to end the call. Thanks guys so much for your time and your input. I know you guys provide so much value, and I believe in you. All of you are freaking amazing, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. And if you're watching the replay and if you were inspired by this, like, let's chat about it. Whether or not you see this being bigger for yourself or just something somebody said resonated with you, we want to hear about it, because we want to cheer you on, and your excitement is our excitement. And it's like this whole bubble. Anyway, you're wonderful. I appreciate your time. We'll see you next week, guys. Bye, friends.